Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Feeling real powerful and magical on this day. Yes, yes. Early with it. Early with it today. I just need to pop up on Twitter real quick and then, I'm going to show my face. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's up? What's up, everybody? Dang, why you hopped on it quick? Oh, you heard me singing? I was doing a little something. Couple vocals. I had sang in the choir in 8th grade, so I feel like that helps. Thank you. What's up, everybody? It's early today. Happy Monday. It's the start of the week. I hope you guys did something productive today. It's not nice, super nice out. So today was a good day for you to really, get some stuff done. Hopefully you got some stuff done. I got a lot done. Went to go work out this morning. I feel very accomplished. All right. I didn't eat breakfast. So it's lit. It's lit. You feel me? It's lit. Thank you. Hopefully, I hope you guys are doing well. Just popping in to share with you all some of the books that I have been reading. Anybody that knows me knows that I love to read. Like, that is my, I don't know, fun thing to do, like secret hobby to do. When I'm stressed, when I just want to get away from everything in the world, I actually go read. So that's something that I like to do. I dropped a video last year during Corona because it wasn't nothing going on with nobody doing nothing. And I dropped a couple of Black books as well then that were fire. So hopefully you guys check that out too. But I wanted to bring y'all today really some great books that I got a chance to read and finish. If you guys know books, any books that are great that you feel would inspire me or just, is a good piece of literature, tap in, drop it. I am really a nerd in real life, for real. You know what I'm saying? I like to read and write, scribble. Anybody that comes to the studio they'll see my notebook. Like, I be having notebooks and shit. Like, I'm one of those types of people. But reading is very important, like an actual book. No shade to the internet or anything like that, but your attention spans are really, really short. Okay. Y'all like to look at things for 8 seconds, 5 seconds. And after that, it's like a hit or miss. But reading books is very important. All right. You retain information, you expand your mind, you evolve. Okay. So today I'm going to be a little serious. Now, you already know I got a little bit of wine going on because, hey, we do that. But I'm still going to keep it, No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna keep it cordial with you. I'm gonna keep it cordial with you. So these 3 books, oh yeah. Okay, shout out to Rochelle Lee. Appreciate you so much for tapping in. I would love to see The Prototype by Jamila Ewing. Make your list. Okay. I will write that down. That looks like it's gonna be fire. I love the name of that, by the way, The Prototype. Yes. Okay. Because you only get one. No, I like that. That's fire. Definitely tap in with me and drop some other books. Like I said, I love to read. That is something I do in my pastime when I have time. I like to dive in. Really, really love Black authors, but I'll read anything that's good. No cap. No cap. So these 3 books here today really focusing on women as a whole, but I got to hone in on my Black women, of course, and addressing trauma in addition to releasing trauma. I'm very big on being peaceful. I'm very big on addressing your feelings. I'm very big on feeling things and letting them pass through you, right? When you hold on to things, when you hold on to shit and it sits inside of you, it just balls up, you know what I'm saying? And it becomes something that you're not able to control, and it makes you feel different. It makes you think different, you know, and it's just not good. Women have always had it difficult. History has already taught us that, but Black women, of course, have it the hardest. I don't care what you say. Here in America, a lot of other places, but you know, it's hard for us. And a lot of the things that we go through, we just get through. We're conditioned to adjust. We're conditioned to, you know, adapt to our surroundings, right? No matter how hard the situation is, because it's what history has shown that we're capable of doing. I feel so blessed all the time to know that I'm living in a time technically where I'm not dealing with, you know, systematic racism to an extent, as far as what our ancestors dealt with and what my grandparents and their grandparents dealt with. Because baby, best believe, had I been back then, around then, it would have been over for me. But I always like to reflect on how fortunate we are right now to tell our truths, all right? To tell our stories, to express ourselves, to be truthful, and not have to worry about somebody coming in and killing us, or you know, banning us from where we live, divorcing us, leaving us fucked up. You know, it was a lot of things women had to go through in order for them to have freedom of speech, in order for them to feel comfortable to be able to speak their truths. And I always feel like I'm definitely a part of my ancestors' wildest dreams, because as a woman, as a Black woman, as a young Black educated business owner who happens to be a woman, I feel very responsible to tell my truths and to allow other Black women to tell their truths, and all women to tell their truths as well. So, with neither ado, let me go ahead and get into it. First book up, Black Girl Call Home Poems. All right, so this is by Jasmine Mans. I'm gonna pull that in so y'all can see that there. Fire. It's the barrettes for me. It's the barrettes for me. I had me a bucket too. That bucket with all the hair shit you had up in there, you know, with the grease and the combs and then the bobos, and you never had barrettes that matched. You just somehow had one color of everyone. I had me one of these, and I absolutely love the cover. First off, when I seen it, it instantly drew me to it, and it made me feel like this is for me. You know what I'm saying? Instantly, this is for me. You feel me? We don't have this whole facade of some, you know, long-haired little Black girl. We got real. You feel me? Okay, that's a part of history. So, I really, really love this. Shout out to Jasmine Mans. This was originally published in March 9th, 2021. So this is new, as far as it being originally published. This is a new book of the year. This was on Oprah's magazine as like one of the most anticipated books of the year. Time, Vogue. It's been out there. You feel me? So it's definitely an impactful piece. Jasmine is from Newark, New Jersey, and she uses her childhood dealing with Black women, being a Black woman, and living as a Black woman to inspire her to write, you know, recollections of her life. And I just love that. So she went to University of Wisconsin in Madison. Shout out to her. And she has her BA in African American Studies. So she is not no dummy. Yes, of course. Yes, Danielle. She is definitely fire. Shout out to you for tuning in. So she's not no dummy. You feel me? She is very in tune with her mind. She's very well educated. And the fact that she uses her personal experiences to write detailed pieces of poetry. What more can you say? What more can you say? She has a debut poetry book, I believe, what is it? Chalk Outlines of Snow Angel or something like that. That was published back in like 2012. So she's actually been out for a little minute, but this is really something that people have been waiting on. She's just kind of been creating this buzz. It's just been fire for that. So I want to read to y'all one of my favorites out of here. You feel me? Now, I don't know if y'all remember, there was this whole online frenzy going on about Kanye's ex-girlfriend, you know, wrote this poem about him or whatever the case is. She's not Kanye's ex-girlfriend, by the way. But she did write a poem dedicated to Kanye. And this poem went viral. There's a video of it. I wasn't able to get it in time. I should have got the video, but I probably posted on IG later. Follow me on IG, Robert93. And she went crazy. She went crazy. You feel me? And it's really a dedication to the sellout idea that a lot of people have about Kanye and a lot of stars when they get to a certain level of stardom. You know what I'm saying? They kind of sell out and just transition. So I'm going to go ahead and spit footnotes for Kanye, because I feel like he's free now. I don't know how Kanye feels about this. I've never seen nothing online that ever said like Kanye, didn't like the poem or anything like that. I never seen nothing like that, but whatever. So, you look hungry. Like that girl don't make you no fried chicken or macaroni and cheese. Like she don't feel you on the inside. Like you haven't had a home-cooked meal since your mama died. You look like you lost the palms in your own song. Like you want to talk to God, but you're afraid because y'all ain't spoken so long. Do you tell your daughter about me? How we were bittersweet? To never mess with entertainers because they'll always leave? He'll get on and leave your ass for a white girl. He'll give you your style, your language, your waist, damn near try to give you your face. And somewhere in his post-traumatic, twisted fantasy, he'll make it all okay. But what's worth in loving a man who's lost his smile anyway? When Kim fucks up the lyrics to the college dropout like the white folks used to fuck up your name, do you pretend to notice? Do you regret the Marilyn Monroe in your decision and wish you could have taken Billie Holiday as your bride? Do you ever want to run back to your wedding day and have it all over on the South Side? Ooh! Do you wake up in the middle of the night and just think she wasn't the right girl? Like maybe you should have found one of them I like art type girls. Can you hear all the black kids calling your name, wondering why the boy who rapped about his mama getting arrested for the sit-ins didn't sit in? Why he traded in his Nat Turner for Ralph Lauren? Do you know how many kids at the protest had your sneakers on? None of them. Do you know how many of your songs were played at the protest? All of them. Could you hear all of the lights, the flashing lights, the new slaves, the runaways on the road to redemption waiting for Malcolm West to have the whole world at attention? Nigga, they got you quiet. Ooh! Like how come only at award shows he riots? Maybe Jesus was all talk. Jesus never needed Adidas to walk. Why is he outlining sneakers when the South Side is outlined in chalk? Can someone go and find the man who could make a diamond with his own bare hands? We are looking for you. Because these kids still want to be just like you. They want to rap and make soul beats just like you, even though you just not you. Even though you traded in your spaceship to buy back your 40 acres and a mule purchased the plantation and masters, daughters too. Nigga, why you got these white folks claiming you like they built you, like they made you, like they polished you, like they readied them a good nigga for the picking, like they got you for sale. Oh, how they love Kanye. Let's put him all in front of the store, like you, the black boy. You forgot you black boy? They got you lost in this world. You getting blackmailed for that white girl. You don't see how your lies are affecting me. You don't see how your lives were supposed to be. And I never let a nigga get that close to me. And you ain't cracked up to what you were supposed to be. I guess it's bittersweet poetry. Boom! Yo! Shots fired. You know, it's the attitude for me. You feel me? It's the attitude for me. She did her thug thizzle on that, but it's really a great book. That's just one of my favorites. I just love the flow of it. I love the realness of it. She wasn't afraid to say some things that needed to be said. Why is it that we always have to go down this road when celebrities get to a certain point? You feel me? That's something that I hope never happens. God, I'm saying a prayer right now in case I happen to become famous in the next year. But if I get to a certain level of exposure of the extent of Kanye, there's just certain things, baby, you're going to see me doing. I'll just say that you will see me doing. As Black people, we gotta represent and reinforce. And when you are a figure of power and influencer, the world is watching your ass. Somebody made a poem about your ass. No, but that was fire though. She definitely did her shit on that. I love that. I was going to read another poem in here, but I think y'all should check it out for yourself and see if y'all like it. Again, this is Black Girl Call Home by Jasmine Mins. She did her shit. She did her shit. Next up, let me take a little swig. This is probably my favorite book I've been reading so far. I have read it twice already. So I'm going to reread it again. I'm a annotator. You know, I like to take notes and, you know, apply the things to my life after I read it. And this is definitely one of those books that you can apply to your life. Okay. This is for everybody. This is not something specifically targeted at just Black people, white people, Mexicans, Asians, blue people, whatever, however you identify. This is something that reconnects with everyone. So first off, shout out to Hood Healer. If y'all don't follow her on IG, I would highly recommend it. She is very lit. She is a spiritual hood motivator who really dives into, shout out to Tiffany. Hey. Yes. Loved, all about love. Yes. I need to read it again for sure. Fire. It's definitely a fire book. But shout out to Hood Healer. She's like a hood motivator. She's, you know, does like her astrology and stuff like that. But she always posts books that help motivate her. I love when people give me books that really help them in life. It's always good for us to, you know, get those books that are exciting, that stimulate us, you know what I'm saying? But if you are able to find something you can apply to yourself, you can apply to the way that you're thinking, and you can really digest it, it's important to keep that book. Read it again. A lot of people only read books one time. Why do you do that? If the book is good, read it again. Sometimes you miss the lesson and you need to go back to understand it. But this is all about love. Nice cover as well. All about love, new visions. So this is by Bell Hooks. This is an amazing, amazing book, originally published December 12th, 1999, originally. So this is an older book, and it's been out for actually a really long time. And when something's good, obviously, you know, you want to keep it around and you want to make sure that more people can learn from it. Oh, hold on. Out of focus there. Want to make sure more people can learn from it. So this was really just a dope book. What's crazy is when I first started reading it, I was so emotional with other things that were like going on in my life at that time that I was literally like crying, like going over certain chapters of the book. It was just like, you know, really in depth for me. And I was like, this is really intense and I'm not understanding why I'm getting so emotional. But the purpose of this book is really perceptions of human interaction and how we interpret love, and how, as we are children, we learn these different, you know, depictions and variations of love, and we think we understand what love means as we grow up in adults. And love is not just simply something expressed in a intimate relationship. It's not something that's simply just between a person that's a friend. It's something that extends within everybody and everything that you deal with. So this book really dives into understanding love, how to give love, how to receive love, how to motivate love. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, you said there's a sequel? Shout out to Tiffany for tapping in. Tiffany Renee, she said there's a sequel too. I'm gonna have to definitely get the sequel. I think I've seen something about that too. But it's just fire. I really had to dive into love in today's world. And I think the only reason why that matters so much is because we're different types of people. We're different types of women now. I love that a woman wrote this. I feel like the perspective really makes it more connected to me, obviously, as a woman. But I love the fact that now that I'm living in this modern world and I'm able to do all of these things that women before me couldn't really do, of course, I have a different depiction of love. Of course, I see different depictions of love that influence my idea of love. So to understand the basis of love from a basic standpoint and apply that in a modern sense is very powerful. I hope that was like one of those moments. But seriously though, it's a very in-depth book in regards to understanding love and loving yourself, loving people, forgiving people, understanding why you need to forgive, understanding why sometimes forgiveness doesn't require reconnection, understanding why self-love really is the most important and abundant love you can have. Because if you cannot love yourself, you will not be able to love anybody else. And you will not be able to live efficiently. You're not going to be able to thrive. You're not going to be able to go to the next level because you don't love yourself. You're already creating barriers within yourself because the love is not there. This is definitely a good book if you're someone that's struggling with self-love, struggling with the idea of love, struggling with how to give love, how to receive love, how to understand love. Know that love, again, is not just a physical relationship. It's so much bigger and it's so much deeper than that. And this book really, I feel like, helped me dive into my perception of love and why I have been dealing with so much negativity. I'm very into, law of attraction, law of karma, and things like that. So I feel like it's really important to put out what you want to receive. And I had been putting out a lot of the wrong messages prior to these last couple of years. Now that I'm getting to my 30s, I feel more comfortable not wasting my energy. You know what I'm saying? Not even going out of my way. Sorry, it's a little fuzzy. Hold on. Okay. Not even going out of my way to try to love somebody that don't love themselves. Listen, it's nothing wrong with leaving somebody alone who has problems because, baby, you can't save them all. And the minute you try to save everybody, that's the minute that you start loving yourself a little less. Because now you're compromising who you are for the benefit of somebody else. But you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother, Of course, I want to read to y'all one of my favorite passages out of the book. Like I said, I'm a big note taker. I done read all over this dang thing and I done starred stuff and, you know what I'm saying, made little note cards and everything because it's important to apply this to your life. Don't ever feel like you're too old to learn anything new. Don't ever feel like, you can't learn something new. There's a limit to what you're able to do. And there's a limit to your characteristics. And there's a limit to who you are as a person. There's never a limit. You know what I'm saying? There's never a limit. So I really, really like this passage because I feel like it dives into this whole idea of materialistic voids that people are filling, finding other things to fill a void that they're unable to fill. This is sad, but this is very true, very, very deep. I feel like within the Black people, I'm just going to put it out there. We have a very sick addiction to designer shit. And there's a difference between becoming a vice to this and luxury. Now, I'm not off Black people having luxury. There's a difference. Luxury is an experience. You understand? It's deeper than you just buying a $500 belt to go to the club and spend another $500 in. Luxury is an experience, being able to do something that your great grandparents would never be able to do or never dream that you would be able to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. But the whole idea that we need to spend all this money to corporations that don't give a fuck about us anyway in order for us to impress other Black people or other people in general is just like, it's just beyond to me. So she says, because we are spiritually empty, we try to fill up on consumerism. We may not have enough love, but we can always shop. Our national spiritual hunger springs from a keen awareness of the emotional lack in our lives. It is a response to lovelessness. Going to church or temple has not satisfied this hunger, surfacing from deep in our souls. Organized religion has failed to satisfy spiritual hunger because it has accommodated secular demands. Interpreting spiritual life in ways that uphold the values of a production-centered commodity culture. This is true of the traditional Christian church as it is the New Age spirituality. Like, nigga. nigga. Okay, shout out Tiffany. She said, I just realized I was gifted. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and read that because it's fire. Okay. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and read that book because it's absolutely great. It's absolutely awesome. Everything about it is awesome as hell. But I really like this. Like, she just real quick kind of just got in our ass, if you think about it. Because we are spiritually empty, we try to fill up on consumerism. I mean, it doesn't get any more detailed than pretty much saying that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get any more deeper than that. So I also love Bell Hooks too. One of her quotes within the book she says is, "We yearn to end the lovelessness that is so pervasive in our society." And that just goes into a modern way of loving when you're thinking about the way we love and how we perceive love. We feel like we can survive without the other. We feel like we can do whatever we want to do. We can get over it. We don't have to embrace being lonely. We could just go hit somebody else up on Twitter or whatever the case is. You know, if motherfuckers leave, they're not real. Da 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 da. It's all of these other ways that we try to avoid loving and we try to avoid being connected to people. And materialistic things is definitely one. I'm somebody that shops at the thrift store. Okay. I'm at Ross. I'm at Burlington. I love black owned, but you're not gonna see me in no designer. For me, it's the racial indifference. The shit look nice sometimes shit look goofy, but for me, I don't want to endorse a company that I know doesn't give a fuck about black people, that puts out racially black targeted campaigns and uses racist ass advertising. Like, why the fuck would I do that? Then y'all spending thousands of dollars. But you know what? Live your own life. Do what makes you happy. If you feel like that's a luxury for you to experience, do it. Just make sure you find it another way to say, fuck the man. Fuck the man. I also like to, another thing she said is, when we can see ourselves as we truly are and accept ourselves, we build the necessary foundation for self-love. I mean, damn. How many other ways you gotta say it? No. But it's just like, you have to really see yourself for who you are in order for you to prosper, in order for you to love you and do everything that's magnificent and great and glorious in the world that you're capable of doing. You have to truly see yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to see yourself. What's good, Big Sal? Gang, gang, gang. Gang in the building. Always appreciate you. But yeah, you have to see yourself. And you have to love who you are at this very moment. Affirmations may seem corny to some folk, but they truly do put you in a positive state of mind. I am very big on affirmations. Say what the fuck you want. And it's not just a simple num yo hon ren can yo. You can say whatever affirmations you want to say. One of my favorite affirmations I like to say to myself is, bitch, you the GOAT. Bitch, you the GOAT. Bitch, you the GOAT. You're the greatest. You are already famous. Okay? All challenges I accept as new opportunities. You see, that is affirmations for your ass. You start thinking like that and you start seeing yourself for who you are truly, I guarantee you're going to prosper. It don't matter what field you in. You could be flipping burgers, baby. You're going to be the best bird flipper ever. They're going to promote your ass in a month, period. You delivering pieces, you're going to be the best delivery pizza person ever. You making music, you about to drop the most fire-ish track. Believe in yourself, but most importantly, accept yourself. Accept yourself. So definitely make sure y'all check that out. Again, that's all about love. Bell Hooks. Shifa. Last but not least, now this is definitely a more intense book, I would say. Shout out to Max. Hey, Max. You are the shit. No, I'm just kidding. But no, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure y'all share this video. And if you have some books that are good, you would like for me to read or do a review on, let me know. I was saying at the beginning of this clip that I love to read. I love good books. It's important for us to read. So if y'all got some good books, tap in. Last but not least, we got Not That Bad, Dispatches from Rape Culture by Roxanne Gay. Show y'all this. Very up in your face with this one. And it was originally published May 1st, 2018. So it's a newer book still, but very, very relevant. Probably going to be relevant another 10, 15 years from now. Very revealing and detailed collection addressing the truths about women in rape culture. So for those that have been following Pillow Talk podcast since I started, the first year I did an episode actually about rape culture. And that was at the time one of my most listened to episodes. And I think the big thing about rape culture is that everybody has questions because they're uncertain if what they're doing is a part of it or if they're aiding to it, right? And it's a touchy subject. This we understand. But when women, we constantly deal with harassment, you know what I'm saying, and assault and all these things on a regular basis, we have to keep talking about it. Otherwise, it's never going to be addressed. So when I did the rape culture initially episode, I really dived into the history of rape culture because that is a part of American culture. Let's not, segue from that. And I think it was an uncomfortable conversation for a lot of people. And it still is. But we need to have it because it's a part of our American culture. When you go out to the store, when you're antagonizing women that do things online, out in public, when you are forcing a woman to be sexual with you because you guys are alone, catcalling, it's a lot of things that go into it. I just want to say as well, shout out to all the sex workers. Okay. Sending y'all love and light, sending y'all protection as y'all embark on doing all of the things you do in the street. If it's one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to treat people with respect. I don't care if you was out on the corner from sun up to sundown. If you don't disrespect me, I'm not going to disrespect you. Period. And a lot of men get in this whole facade of being online all day, looking at women all day, expose themselves, getting all riled up or whatever the case is, and then going out and committing acts and feeling as though women are always asking for it because they're online. I don't give a damn if a woman showed her whole body online and made whatever she made. If she tell your ass don't touch her, if she tell you no, motherfucker, no. You need to stop. That's why it's really important for women to get their FOIA cards and conceal and carries. I'm finna go get my conceal and carry. I was gonna try to do a class for that, but it ended up not happening. But really though, tap in with that and do that. But this is a really in-depth book. It has different personal experiences from women, celebrities. Gabrielle Union actually has a passage in this book as well about an assault that she encountered. So again, it's important that we had these conversations. I'm not going to really spend a lot of time reading shit in here because this is, pretty detailed. I do want to talk about me being a woman and me having dealt with assault and how common it is as a woman to deal with assault. You have women that have been assaulted multiple times, women that have endured multiple things on different occasions, that have endured things within relationships, within families. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of things that happen. I think in my situation at the time, I know that it was necessarily assault, and I kind of was unsure. But because I was able to get away from the situation and never see this person again, it just kind of rolled off for me. But it's so fucked up how common it is that this shit happens to women, right? It's almost like a part of growing up, a part of being a woman. Just the other day, I'm sitting outside my crib smoking, minding my business. Some nigga come over there drunk. I don't know this man from a can of paint, you feel me? And he knocking on the window, trying to talk to me about my hair, whatever. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool, you feel me? Like, leave me alone. So the window is like cracked. You know how it's not all the way down, but it's cracked a little bit where you could like probably stick like a little bit of your hand in there. This motherfucker tried to stick his hand in my window to open the door. Mind you, it's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. You drunk as fuck. Like, what the fuck is you doing? And I don't fucking know you. I don't fucking know you. Now, would I be wrong had I pulled out the woo wopty, you feel me, and got on that with your ass. But why do you feel as a man that you can just do some shit like that? Why wouldn't I be scared? I don't know you, and you trying to get into my car to talk to me or grab me or what? You feel me? What? So of course I had to play the role like I had the woo wopty. Now I do have a FOIA card, but I don't, I don't have my gun as of yet. But I definitely know how to shoot that bitch. I definitely know what's good. And I have to pretend like, nigga, I'll pull up, I will pull out. I will pull up and pull out on your ass. What the fuck is you on? Why does it even have to go there? Now women got to be bitches and we got to be this and we got to be distant. This is why when women go out certain places, we very standoffish. We're very, oh, I'm cool. No, I'm okay. Just follow me online. Because, nigga, we don't know y'all. And we done had shit happen from niggas, Joe Schmo, that then tried to do all types of stupid shit. It was just some video on Twitter the other day of a girl, a nigga was trying to talk to her. She's sitting eating with her girls. He talking to her. She like, nah, nigga, get the fuck out my face. He go to the car, pull out the gun, start shooting. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yes. Shout out to Max. Yes, doesn't matter what you do, what you're wearing, nothing. No one should touch anyone without consent. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just a fucked up situation. But I feel like, again, it's something that we always have to talk about. It's something that we have to just express. I mean, there's no other way around it. And the more we talk about it, the more we're able to identify it and prepare younger men so that they're not even in those types of situations. So that they can understand the power of no, and understand boundaries and understand when a woman just does not want to be like that with you, and understand that there's different variations. Sometimes people think of assault as just specifically, fondling or touching on a woman. It's so many things that go into play when you're talking about that shit. Like I said, with my experience at the time, I didn't really know, but as time went on and I was thinking about the situation, I was like, this motherfucker violated me. It made me feel belittled. And luckily for me, I was able to really let go of that situation. It didn't really affect me too deep as I got older because I just became more self-aware of situations. But why, as a woman, do we have to be so cautious about situations we in? We can't even spend time around a motherfucker sometimes without them feeling like, oh, she want to fuck. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you can't just enjoy this moment? Why does it automatically got to go to you violating my body? And if I decide not to let you violate it, you going to do it anyway. And then we're talking about kids growing up too fast, okay? And being able to go out certain places, wear certain things, be exposed to certain things. That is also conditioning, which is a part of rape culture. You understand? This is it's a lot that goes into this shit. And I really feel like people have to take time to understand when they're aiding in this shit. When I have kids, it's a lot of things I'm not going to let them do. And obviously, I know people always say, well, when you have your kids, it's going to be different. You have to protect your children because it's sick-ass people in the world. Sick-ass people in the world. And when you live in this type of America where sex sells, and the minute a child shows some sort of adulthood, they're automatically skyrocketed to adult life and doing adult shit. That is conditioning, okay? That is conditioning. But I do want to send love and light to any woman that has been assaulted or raped or just dealt with any uncertain situation that they had to deal with. I'm sorry you dealt with that. You shouldn't have dealt with that. And I hope that you were able to get through it. So, like I said, I'm not going to go into deep in this because it's very graphic. There's a lot that goes into here. I just want to mention a part that really stood out to me. And I think it's important for us to think about rape and assault in this sense. So we got rape and colonialism are not commensurate, but they are kin. When we talk about sexual violence as feminists, we have to be talking about its use to subjugate entire peoples and cultures. The annihilation that is its empty heart. Rape is that bad because it is an ideological weapon. Rape is that bad because it is a structure, not an excess, but the logical conclusion of capitalism. It is what the ugly for a state of power does. So it just basically talks about comparing rape and colonialism and how it's used to subjugate women and a person. It doesn't rape doesn't stop necessarily at women. It happens and into transsexual. It can happen to anybody. But the whole idea of somebody overpowering you, using you, violating your body, making you feel worthless, less than anything is sick, and it's a part of rape culture. And when you think about the history of America, rape culture is American history. But this is definitely deep. Roxanne Gay is also known for her book Bad Feminist, so I'm probably going to read that too and check that out and see what's going on with that. But these books, to me, I really feel like dive into just the resilience that is the woman, specifically the Black woman, but the woman nonetheless, of any race, of any culture. The resilience is empowering, it's inspiring, it's motivating. And reading these books, understanding that they came from a Black woman, understanding that she used her life, her influences to captivate us is very powerful for me. And it makes me feel like I need to continue to use my voice to continue that stride. So that is my list. Let me just real quick show y'all again the books real quick. Okay, make sure y'all check that out. I did put the descriptions of the books as well, the titles and the authors down below, so y'all can check that out too. I will be doing another follow-up probably in another month or so, because I got to make sure I get through the books. But I usually read about 3 books a month. That's just me. I can't say the same for everybody else, but I like to read, so I do that. Make sure y'all read y'all a book today. Again, if there's any books that y'all want me to check out, tap in, let me know. I appreciate you sending love and light to everybody. Peace out.